Today's story comes from the Shrimad Bhagavatam, one of the most ancient and beloved texts of the Hindu tradition. It is a story about a child, a very small child, and about what happens when something inside a person, even the smallest person, refuses to be extinguished. His name was Dhruva, and he was 5 years old. Dhruva had an older brother whose mother was the king's first wife. Dhruva's mother was the second wife, and in the palace of his father, this distinction mattered. One evening, Dhruva climbed onto his father's lap, the way small children do, without asking, without permission, simply because that is where they belong, and they know it. His stepmother saw this. She stood up, and she said something to the king that a child should never have to hear. She said that a child born of a lesser wife had no right to sit on the throne. The king said nothing. He did not correct her. He did not pull Dhruva close. He simply looked away. Dhruva climbed down from his father's lap. He went to his mother, and she held him and wept. But something had happened inside Dhruva in that moment. Not bitterness, not the kind of wound that festers and turns dark. Something else. A clarity. He asked his mother, "Who is the highest power in all the worlds? Who is beyond all kings and all kingdoms? Who cannot be swayed by wealth or birth?" His mother held him closer. "Vishnu," she said. "But Dhruva, only the greatest sages reach him. Only those who have meditated for lifetimes." Dhruva listened carefully. And then he stood up. He walked out of the palace, through the gates, and into the forest. He was 5 years old. In the forest, he found a quiet place beneath a tree, and he sat down, and he closed his eyes. The sage Narada found him there, and tried to dissuade him. "You are too young," he said. "This path is for those who have renounced everything." Dhruva looked up at him. "I have been turned away from my father's lap," he said simply. "I have nowhere else to go." Narada looked at this child, and something in him yielded. He taught Dhruva the sacred mantra, the name of Vishnu, and Dhruva closed his eyes and did not open them for a very long time. He meditated for days, then weeks, then months, standing on one leg, eating only fallen leaves, then only water, then nothing at all. Just the name, just that single unwavering thread of attention pointed at the divine. The whole universe felt his concentration. The gods grew restless, the elements trembled, and Vishnu appeared before him. "Dhruva," he said, "ask whatever you wish shall be granted." Dhruva opened his eyes. He looked at the god standing before him, and something remarkable happened. All the grief that had brought him here, the humiliation, the rejection, the cold silence of his father, all of it fell away. Because standing in the presence of that light, he could not remember what he had been angry about. He could not remember what he had wanted. He folded his hands and asked only for this: to remain always in the presence of what he had found. And Vishnu smiled and placed Dhruva in the sky as the North Star, the one fixed point around which everything else revolves. Unwavering, unmoved, forever. Dhruva started from rejection, from a child's most ordinary wound, being made to feel that he did not belong. And he walked into the forest with that wound and turned it into a star. Not through bitterness, not through revenge, not through proving anyone wrong, but through a determination so complete, so unwavering, that even the gods had to answer it. There is something in this story that stays with me, that the North Star, the fixed point that sailors have navigated by for thousands of years, the star that never moves while everything else wheels around it, was once a small boy, sitting alone in a forest with nowhere else to go. The next time you look up at the North Star, know that you are looking at Dhruva, that same child, that same unwavering faith, still there, unchanged, forever. I'll leave you with one question to carry into your day. What rejection in your life are you still carrying as a wound that might, if you walked far enough into your own forest with it, become a star? This has been The Long Thread, ancient stories for the present moment. Tomorrow, another thread.